Alright, my name's Gabe Donoso, and this is my stand-up routine. I'm pretty much just going to be talking about some stories, some funny stories. But, yeah, maybe I'll just start this off with one of those corny, comedian intros. You know, like, what's up with Subway these days? You know, like, I remember the times when I was a kid, and, with Jared, not that, those were the good days, but they kind of were. That's when Subway had the $5 footlong, and they were just fucking stuffing your sandwiches, with all kinds of stuff, with freaking triple layers of meat, and it's only $5. But I went another day, and I asked for a fucking turkey sandwich, and they put freaking one slice of fucking turkey on the bread, and it's like, she closed it, and it's like a little ass sandwich, and just a ton of bread. And I looked at it, and I was like, lady, you only put one slice of turkey on the bread. And she was like, oh no, we fold it. Like, what? You fold it? That doesn't mean that there's more than one slice on the bread still. So, but anyways, I guess she was just doing her job, I guess maybe they told her to skimp the kids and whatnot. But yeah, we all gotta, do our jobs, whatever they may be. Just gotta start somewhere, I remember when we were kids and I got my first job, me and my friends were working as referees for soccer, for kids soccer, but we were the worst fucking referees in the entire world. Like, we barely even knew the rules, so it was pretty tough. But one time in particular, I remember we were refereeing the championship for like kids under 9 or something like that, 9-year-old kids. And it was pretty intense, actually. These kids were playing hard, and the parents on the sidelines were super into it. Everyone was yelling and screaming, and we had to referee this crazy game. And I remember towards the end, in the second half, one of the kids made a foul or something. My friend blew the whistle, and the game's supposed to stop, but none of the kids even heard the whistle, or they didn't even care or anything. They just kept playing it, and they just kept dribbling the ball down the field, and one of the kids scores a goal. He kicks it in, and I'm looking at my friend like, oh, like, what the hell did you just do? And he called it a goal, and he took the ball back to the center to restart, give him a goal. And the people on the sideline are screaming. They're like saying, what the fuck? You just blew the whistle. You're supposed to stop the game. That doesn't count. And he just looks at them. He's like, sorry. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. But, yeah, good times. Yeah, we were pretty young back then. I was probably only like 14. Or no, I was like 15 probably. But, yeah, we used to do some pretty interesting stuff back then. I mean, you guys ever used to go teeping or anything? We used to go teeping like almost every weekend, just wasting toilet paper on people's front yards and in their trees and stuff. Totally disrespectful. But it was so fun, and we messed up a lot of houses, so if that was one of yours, I apologize. But but yeah, we were pretty ruthless, I remember one time we even teepeed some lady in the daytime, in the broad daylight, started throwing toilet paper in her trees. But we were waiting around the corner and waiting for her to go walk her dog. And, when she finally walked her dog, we freaking ran up like some ninjas and just started throwing toilet paper in her trees, and we got her pretty good. And we got out of there quick, probably in like 5 minutes or so, So we were pretty good. We were professionals. But I remember one time, one of my friends had told my other friend that we teepeed him, so they were going to get me back, and they knew I was going to San Diego with my parents, and we were pretty much defenseless, and they got us good, and I had to drive the whole way home from San Diego pretending not to know anything, but I knew they had fucked up our house. So when we pulled up, I pretended to be surprised, and yeah, obviously I had to clean that all up. That was probably one of the last times I did that. But yeah, and then we got a little older, started getting into drinking, a lot of funny stuff happened then. I remember one time we were drinking at my friend's house, my friend's friend's house, and one of our friends just like got absolutely plastered. I'd never even been drunk before, and this guy got retarded. We were just hanging out, having some drinks in the living room, like just a, you know, maybe like a mixed drink or something like that. I don't even remember. And we're looking. All of a sudden, we notice our friend's not there, and we turn around to look at him. This guy got into their liquor cabinet, and he got a big-ass bottle of gin, and he was just chugging it like a freaking... He just finished a marathon, and that's a water. He was just chugging that thing. And we had to run over there and be like, hey, dude, like, don't do that. Fucking stop. And he came back, and we were just sitting around, but, after a while, like, this shit started kicking in. This guy just went retarded. He was, like, not even speaking coherently. We had to put him in the bathroom. He ended up fucking shitting himself in the bathroom. And, like, his pants were off. He was naked. We all saw his dick and stuff. But, yeah, fuck, that was pretty messed up. But, yeah, one of the... we all did some pretty stupid stuff when we first started drinking. But, I remember one of the dumbest things we ever did. We used to get drunk and go backyard hopping. Like, we would just go in people's backyards at night when we're drunk. Not even to steal or anything, but just to fucking explore. Like, we were some fucking explorers in the fucking wilderness or something like that. I don't even know. But at first, it was pretty cool. I got to see one family had some chickens, and we were just feeding some random people's chickens at like at midnight or so. Gave them some Cheetos that I happened to have. And but one time we kind of pushed our luck and went into this rich family's backyard, and it was pitch black, and it was a big backyard, and we were just like creeping through the darkness, and all of a sudden we heard like a mean growl. Just a freaking growl sounded like a beast of a dog. It was probably a pit bull or something. And like, I just heard that growl, and instantly I just turned and freaking sprinted for my life. I jumped over this like 9-foot fence like my life depended on it. I just fucking flew over that thing and fucking dipped. And we were out. And so needless to say, we never did that shit again. But yeah, you learn from your mistakes and all that, and you learn from that stuff, and I'm still alive, so those are just funny stories now. But back in high school, those were the days, man. I remember one time I actually played football, but my junior year I didn't play because my coach was an asshole, and probably I was just a little bitch back then. But yeah, so I wasn't playing my junior year, so that means I got to, watch the games and, hang out with my friends, and lots of friends would freaking bring Gatorades full of fucking vodka and shit. We just get wasted up there and just party, and it was a lot of fun, really. But I remember one time at halftime, it was actually the homecoming game for the seniors, and it was like a junior-senior war, and us juniors, me and my friends, it wasn't my idea, but the plan was to go to the parking lot and pretty much vandalize the seniors' cars. Like, spray shit on them and wrap them in fucking saran wrap and put ketchup on them and stuff. But I just, before halftime, I went to my friend's house who lived near the school just to freaking smoke and get hella high and stuff. And then, I don't know, I guess I was going to meet them back at the school or something, but, it was pretty chill over there, and we just kept smoking, so I didn't even end up going. Ended up to be a good idea, because while they were vandalizing the cars, there was one of the seniors that was, like, taking notes. He was spying on them, and, like, gave them a list. So people got in a lot of trouble for that, so I always tell my parents, hey, that was maybe the only time that smoking weed was the right decision, So it doesn't happen very often. But fucking, yeah. And, but some shit happened, you know. I went back my senior year and I played football. I remember we had this one coach, Coach Jackson. He was pretty dope. He was kind of like a gangster or something like that. I remember I saw him at practice one time, like, chewing some dip, chewing something in his mouth. And I'm like, hey, what's that? Like, and he's like, oh, what? This is some dip. Like, I'll get you some after practice, you want? And I was just like some dumbass kid. I was like, alright. So I fucking met him after practice. He gave me a big old thing, filled my freaking lip up. And I was like, and I fucking had to drive my mom's car home. And I'm driving. Luckily, I didn't live that far. But I'm like woozy, man. I'm like freaking trying to keep it together. And I remember a little bit of freaking the dip drips down my throat, and I end up swallowing it. And I instantly knew, because they were telling me, don't swallow it. And I knew. I swallowed it now, so I'm about to be fucked. So, like, literally 2 minutes later, I'm driving, and I'm sick. I gotta pull over so quick, because I'm about to throw up. And, like, I literally rip at the door handle, and I rip the door handle off, and it can't even open anymore. So I gotta roll down the window hella quick, and I just stick my head out, and I start puking. And, yeah, I get back home. And I tell my mom I'm sick. And my mom's so nice. She just starts cooking me a soup right on the spot. She just cooks me soup. And I don't even got to go to school the next day. So, yeah, that was pretty sweet. But, yeah, that's my senior year. That was pretty much my stoner year. I remember another time in high school. I was, like, smoking weed after school every day and shit. But I'm in my freaking first period class or something like that, and I go to take out my fucking notebook to take notes or something like that, and in my backpack, I realized I didn't bring my school backpack. I brought my drugs backpack. Like, all I have in there is a freaking weed, a lighter, and like a bong. Like, that's it. I don't have a piece of paper, no pencil, or nothing. So, yeah, I had to borrow that and pretty much just get through the day. I actually ended up smoking and selling some weed at lunchtime. I didn't even mean to, but it just happened like that. But that was funny as fuck, actually. And, but yeah, that was, that was me in high school. And then I grew up a little bit, graduated. I remember I went to community college for 4 fucking years, so that was pretty cool. Got to leech off my parents a little bit longer. I remember one time we went camping near Yosemite. We were at some lake. It's called like Dinky Creek or something, and we just wanted to drink at the beach and shit. So we were just shotgunning beers, me and a couple friends. And we're getting a little drunk, having a good time. And I look out in the lake, and there's like a floating dock, like a football field out. And I don't know, like when I get drunk, I just kind of feel like I could do shit or something like that. So I asked my friend, like, oh, you think I could swim to that? And he's like, oh yeah, you could probably do that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I can. I fucking just take my shirt off and fucking jump in the water and start like sprint swimming. Like, I'm trying to break the record to this fucking floating dock, like Guinness World Record pace right now. And first of all, I fucking suck at swimming. I could only doggy paddle barely. But anyways, I'm swimming, and I'm starting to get tired, and I look up, and I'm maybe 60% of the way there, and I'm fucking tired. And thank God I had the intelligence to think dude, if I keep going and I can't do this, I'm gonna die. So I fucking turn around, and I'm tired as shit, and I'm trying to float on my back, and I'm breathing too heavy to float, and and I'm starting to panic now. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm about to maybe drown. So I call out for help like a bitch. I'm like, help, help. And thank God my friend who I'm hanging out with just happens to be on the freaking community college water polo team. So, this guy knows how to swim. So this guy's like, oh, like, don't call help if you don't need it. And I'm like, help, really? I fucking, for real, come save my ass. And this fool just, like, comes jogging out into the water, rips off his shorts or something, and he's already got a Speedo on. Like, this dude is fucking in a Speedo 24/7. Like, what the fuck? Just some water polo shit, I guess. And he just, like, swims in there like a beast and fucking gets my fucking frail ass. Like, I'm about to succumb to Mother Nature right now if he doesn't save me. And then he pulls me out, and I fucking got my life saved at that point. So pretty thankful for that guy. Yeah, and then then I went to college and whatnot. I remember 2018, I think it was New Year's of 2018, had a pretty good time. We were pre-gaming at my friend's house, fucking, drinking, taking hella shots. We were about to go out to this club for the New Year's, and it was going to be dope. And I'm with my friends from high school, some of them. And so yeah, we go out to this club, we get more drinks. I'm pretty fucking drunk at this point. And maybe I go out back or something. I don't even really remember this, but maybe like 15 minutes. I happen to like get a girl. Like, I barely ever get girls, like, sometimes, but, I don't know, I definitely got lucky that night. And then, so I don't remember how it happened either. So I just got a girl, and all of a sudden we're, like, making out on the wall of this fucking bar, and I'm fucking wasted. So I get my midnight kiss, and we're just fucking I don't remember, I was so drunk, and I guess we're just making out. And eventually hours go by, and it happens to be like probably like 2 a.m, like the club's starting to die down, and finally like some sense comes back to my brain, like all right, what the fuck am I about to do now? Like what's the next step? Like, how am I getting home, pretty much? And so I look around, I check my phone. My phone's fucking dead. It won't even show the dead light. It's just dead. I look around, I can't find a single one of my friends. Everyone fucking ditched me, I think. So, I'm fucking wasted drunk. My phone is dead. It's 2 a.m, and my friends all ditched me, and I'm with this girl. So, I don't really know what the fuck to do, but I decided, like, alright, like, we're going to fucking get a fucking hotel or some shit. Like, that's the only fucking solution right now. And we fucking we drunk ass started holding hands and fucking walking down the fucking downtown street, and I just go into the first fucking hotel I see. Fucking unlucky to me, it happened to be the fucking like Ritz-Carlton fucking Sheraton or some fucking hella fancy fucking hotel and shit. And so I walk into this hella bright room and just walk up to the counter fucked up and just be like, alright, like, how much for your cheapest room? This dude does some typing. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be like $150. And I'm like, what? Damn. I just like look at this girl. I look back, I'm like, alright, fuck it. I fucking take out my card and just fucking pay for that shit and go up there. And I'd never done anything like this before. And fucking, yeah, we get in bed, and pretty much I paid for a $150 hotel. Like, I'm entitled to some sex at this point. I know that sounds fucked up, but, it is what it is. Like, she could have left, but, obviously, I don't, you know what it is. You know what it is. So, anyways, I put the condom on, and at this point, I'm so drunk I can't even stay hard. So, fucking, I take the condom off, and I'm like, fuck this shit, and I fucking throw it. I just throw it across the room, because I'm pissed that I spent $150 on this room. And fucking, I still can't even get hard, so I just eventually fucking just give up and fucking just go to bed pretty much. And but she was really nice about it. But then the next day, you know, it's kind of awkward, I guess. And then we just fucking left and said goodbye. You know, I got her on fucking Snapchat or whatever, you know. And but the worst part was that fucking ended up getting charged another $50 for this fucking cleanup fee for the fucking condom my dumbass threw. That was a horrible decision, you know. So fucking ended up paying like $200 for this fucking bullshit. I didn't even get laid, and I only fucking had like $60 to my name at that point. So I guess, you know, the moral of the story is fucking thank God for credit cards, huh? Alright, well, fuck. I guess I'll keep going. Let's see, what else happened? I remember in college, you know, when you get into college, you kind of, most people are at the point where you start experimenting with a little more drugs, you know, especially LSD. I love that shit. I tried it for the first time in college, and I remember we were fucking high on campus, and it was just too much. Like, we were having a good time, but our senses started, like, kicking into overgear, and, like, we started getting overwhelmed. Like, we're like, bro, we need to fucking go home right now, bro. Like, let's go. So we fucking skate, like, 3 miles home. Get home, just, like, getting some blankets. My friend just starts rolling a blunt out of comfort. Like, we didn't even really want to smoke, but that's just, it's just a comfort thing, you know. And, we just fucking watched The Office for like 3 or 4 hours. I don't even like that show, but, you know, it was nice. And then, so after like maybe 3 hours, I remember I have like this nice beer. I think it was, I don't know, fucking Stella Artois or some bullshit. And I was thinking like, oh dang, like, that would be hella good right now. I'm gonna go get that. And but the whole thing was like, we were too high to talk to any sober people, so we were trying to like fucking avoid all the sober people, and just like we're on the fucking porch, we're on his patio, and we could see the public pool, and there's like some college kids over there doing some shit, and normally we'd probably go over there, but we were so high, my friend's just like, look at those oars over there, probing. He said probing. Like, what the fuck? And, so anyways, we were trying to avoid all sober people, because that was just too much. It was just too much. We were just gonna chill out until we, you know, weren't high anymore. So I fucking, like, fucking walked to my house, like, secret passageway through the fucking bushes and shit. And, alright, I get to my door, and I'm just gonna go get the beer and come the fuck out and go right back to my friend's house. That's it. No contact with none of my roommates. But I fucking open the door and literally walk into a fucking work party for my friend. He's had his whole fucking work over at our house to fucking, for a get together or some shit. And like, I open the door and instantly fucking like 20 people all turn and look at me, like, and my fucking roommate's over there. He's like, oh guys, like, this is Gabe, this is my roommate, everybody, like, come on Gabe, come say hi to everybody. That's the last thing I want to do, and I'm fucked up and I can't think of shit to say. I'm just like, honestly, I'm fucking tripping balls. I'm high as fuck on some acid right now. Like, it's too much. I'm just going to my room, bro. And I just fucking go get the Stella, maybe get something from my room, and just fucking dip. They probably thought I was such a weirdo. But, yeah, I just had to get that shit and get out. So, that was fucking funny. Some good times, you know? And yeah, bro. Remember another time, yeah, that's probably it for now. I'm just gonna get off now.